Co-chairs Jane Hansen and Jeannie Flint.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm Jane Hansen.
And I'm Jeannie Flint.
Thank you for joining us for our 33rd annual National Philanthropy Day Luncheon, which began right here in Orange County. Jeannie and I are honored to serve as event co-chairs this year, representing the Association of Fundraising Professionals Orange County chapter.
There are nearly 6,000 nonprofit organizations throughout our county, which is why AFP is so important. Our chapter is comprised of professional fundraisers, executive directors, consultants, volunteers, and service providers with a mission to advance ethical fundraising and philanthropy for the greater good through education, training, advocacy, and recognition.
National Philanthropy Day is a major annual event for the Association of Fundraising Professionals nationwide and across the globe. It's a celebration of the dedicated individuals, businesses, and organizations whose contributions of time, talent, and treasure to area nonprofits has improved the lives of so many in Orange County. Their passion for causes throughout our community, which so often go unrecognized, deserves this day of recognition and fanfare.
I'm standing here looking at this room, and I'm off script, of course, so Catherine and Mitch will have a heart attack, but they don't know me. I just want you to look around. We had a sellout crowd this year of over 920 people. Normally we would be sitting in rounds, and so we know you're in Vegas this year because we're all in Vegas tables. So I hope that you will enjoy the crowd as much as we enjoy the event sponsors that made this day possible. Their names are listed in the program book. Oh, and that's me down there. And on our screens. Special recognition goes to our presenting sponsor, the Orange County Business Journal. Thank you so much. Our broadcast media sponsor, PBS SoCal, and to the Orange County Register, sponsoring National Philanthropy Day for almost 30 years. Please, let's take a moment and thank them.
Jeannie and I want to extend our deep appreciation to this year's organizing committee, whose members work tirelessly throughout the year to present today's event to you. Theirs is truly a volunteer spirit. Will the members of the 2018 National Philanthropy Day Organizing Committee please stand and be recognized?
We will now recognize the individuals and organizations that have been past honorees of National Philanthropy Day. Over 33 years, you have inspired us and been true champions of philanthropy in our community. Our honorees are named in the program, on our screens, and in our own philanthropic halls of fame. Our outstanding honorees each year represent the spirit of true philanthropy and volunteerism. They've helped form the bedrock upon which many of our nonprofits continue to grow and thrive. In recognition of their contributions to our community, will past honorees who are present please stand and be recognized?
And finally, we recognize all of the individuals and organizations that were nominated as honorees in 2018. Jeannie and I had the privilege to sit with the judging committee and to read the remarkable tributes made to each of you. You have, all of you, enriched our community and strengthened its fabric through your spirit of generosity. We are a better, stronger community for your presence. Will all of the honorees for 2018 please stand and be recognized?
Please welcome Henry DiCarlo to the stage to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you very much. It's my honor and privilege to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance today. We would like to say that the Anaheim Fire and Rescue Honor Guard, they were scheduled to be here with us today to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, but they are on the front lines right now, helping to fight and battle. Yes. Thank you. They're on the front lines with first responders battling many numerous fires, as we know, across Southern California. So they are not here, but they are certainly here in spirit. We thank all the brave men and women who are there, and we want to honor them and honor our country and honor this day with the Pledge of Allegiance. So please join me and follow after me, or follow with me. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Henry. And now, to offer the invocation is Pastor Bob Ewing, who has served as executive pastor at the First Christian Church in Huntington Beach for over 25 years. He also provides service as a chaplain for the Huntington Beach Police Department and as a personnel commissioner for the Orange View School District. Please welcome Pastor Bob Ewing to lead us in the invocation.
You know, as we gather here to celebrate, I so much appreciate Henry's words. But we have men and women who are out right now serving, saving lives, taking care of people. In fact, in just a few moments, a funeral will start of the deputy sheriff that was killed up in the Thousand Oaks area. Can we have a moment of silence and prayer on behalf of those, please? Gracious and loving God, we come before you with hearts full of gratitude. Father, we are entering this season of Thanksgiving, and we have received many blessings from your hand. I am thankful for this great country in which we live, work, and serve. God, we recognize that you are a giving God, and recognizing that giving is a part of the American spirit, we have come here today to celebrate and honor those who reflect that spirit. I am thankful to be standing here amongst a group of men and women who care, not just in word, but in action as well. Thank you for the abilities and talents you give us that we can use to touch the lives of our fellow men and women. We are here today, and we thank you for the dedication and the efforts that are made to help others. And I pray that the example they set would be emulated by all of us as we go about our daily life in our communities. I'm thankful for the team that put this event together. I would ask that you would bless our time together, including a blessing upon the food that we will receive. God be with us today. In your most holy name I pray. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Ewing. Oh, that was your line. Sorry.
Okay. Thank you, Pastor Ewing.
Ladies and gentlemen, our returning mistress of ceremonies is Maria Hall Brown. Maria joined PBS SoCal in July 1997. She is the executive producer for arts and culture programming and currently produces LA Art. She has served as producer and reporter for Real Orange and a producer and host of Bookmark. Maria has won 2 Los Angeles area Emmys and 6 Golden Mike Awards. I'm also happy to say I worked with Maria at PBS SoCal. She's a longtime resident of Orange County. Maria is a recipient of the Distinguished Alumni Award from UC Irvine.
Our returning Master of Ceremonies, Henry DiCarlo, earned his meteorology degree from Mississippi State University and also a communications degree from our Cal State University, Fullerton. Prior to coming to KTLA Channel 5 News in 2010, Henry spent several years at other media outlets. Born and raised in the city of Orange, Henry walked the streets of Orange, Santa Ana, and Tustin as a door-to-door salesman, I love this, for the Fuller Brush Company. While attending Villa Park High School, I love that industrial spirit. Henry and his wife, Lisa, currently live in Yorba Linda, and they have two sons, Henry III and Jack. As a family, they enjoy traveling, sports, and volunteering for animal-related issues. Please welcome Maria and Henry to the stage.
Well, thank you both, and we are so proud and honored to serve as your Mistress and Master of Ceremonies for this wonderful 33rd Annual National Philanthropy Day Luncheon and Award Program, or as I like to call it, Inspired to be a Better Person Day.
Yeah, you do feel that way, that's for sure. We're going to meet a lot of great people today. I'm sorry. We are so happy to be here. Now it's our pleasure to recognize the hard work of all those who have served on the judging committee led by co-chairs Janet Ray and John Christensen. Yep. Round of applause, please. Janet and John, they led a panel of judges who had the difficult job. Now, they had to select the outstanding honorees. They had well over 100 nominations that were submitted. So this was a big job. Real tribute to the good work being done here in our Orange County communities. They reviewed submissions. They made their selections back in June, and they chose the outstanding honorees that represent the very best in philanthropy here in Orange County for this year. We thank each of the judges for their time and commitment, and of course the names are listed on the program, so we urge you to please take a look at that. And also, would all of our judges please stand? We'd like to recognize you and give them a warm round of applause to our judges.
A tough but wonderful job. Our 2018 honorary chairs, whose many contributions to the community exemplify the very best of philanthropy in the nonprofit world, as well as the for-profit world. They were winners of the 2017 Outstanding Philanthropist Award. Please welcome to the stage James and Suzanne Meller.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As mentioned a year ago, Suzanne and I were honored as the outstanding philanthropist at this luncheon. Suzanne and I were contacted earlier this year to be today's honorary chairs, which just confirms the old adage that no good deed goes unpunished. Seriously, I want to thank the Orange County Awards Committee for this luncheon celebrating National Philanthropy Day. Also, I want to give hearty congratulations to all of the awardees being honored this afternoon. This morning, this afternoon, you're doing a fantastic job and deserve all of the accolades you're receiving. Now, since I have the lectern, let me take just a couple minutes and give you some thoughts on philanthropy, at least my thoughts on philanthropy. First of all, provide focus in your giving. Don't spend on random wish lists. Many folks like to spend their philanthropy dollars like peanut butter. My feeling is you accomplish very little that way. For instance, the Meller Family Foundation that Suzanne and I have established has only three major thrusts. First, medical research. Secondly, education. And third, the arts and humanities. I feel our foundation gets more bang for the buck if we stay on this course, and we haven't deviated in over 30 years. Another thought relative to philanthropy, Suzanne and I have a core philosophy of not only giving financially, but also giving our time and expertise to those organizations about which we care deeply. In my case, I give financial expertise, provide business acumen, and organizational know-how. Suzanne's expertise is more artistically oriented. But by doing this, we give, but we also receive with a big multiplier. And we strongly encourage all of you who are very generous financially to also lend your management and business skills to organizations that you love and support. In closing, ladies and gentlemen, let me again congratulate all this year's award recipients, and all of you have reached out in support of your favorite charity or charities. Thank you very much.
Great. Yeah. I was going to introduce you. It is really now our pleasure to introduce the president of the Orange County Chapter Association of Fundraising Professionals, Alyssa Oronsky, and our president-elect, Christine Peters. Please give them a warm welcome.
Wow, what a wonderful celebration. Christine and I join Mr. and Mrs. Meller in welcoming you to this very special day, one of our favorites of the entire year, to celebrate within our Orange County community. As many of you know, thanks to the efforts and leadership of Doug Freeman and others, National Philanthropy Day began right here in Orange County 33 years ago and has now become adopted and scaled internationally. Within our Orange County chapter of AFP, it is a great honor each year to produce this celebration. On behalf of our nearly 300 members of the county's leading nonprofit fundraising executives, National Philanthropy Day represents a day to join together with 900 of our closest friends in business and community to collectively reflect and celebrate how philanthropy drives our daily efforts to improve the quality of life where we live and where we work.
For those of you who may not know, AFP, or the Association of Fundraising Professionals, is in fact the largest association of professional fundraisers in the world, with over 30,000 members across more than 230 chapters across the globe. Today, AFP members globally raise over $100 billion each year. Yes, that deserves a round of applause. Those dollars power effective organizations and missions dedicated to changing and saving lives. The proceeds of your support of today's celebration will help us to advance our work at AFP Orange County, to provide a leading-edge network of training, education, and advocacy of our fundraising professionals dedicated to making a growing difference in our community. On behalf of our members, it is truly an honor to recognize the outstanding contributions made by all our honorees. The tireless efforts of these individuals, organizations, and businesses have directly benefited countless people and created a positive ripple effect of social good in Orange County and our world. Now, without further ado, on to our first award.
I think we get to award one of the best ones because it's young. It goes to a young person. Today, more than ever, it is crucial that we encourage young people to appreciate, learn, and practice philanthropy as an essential joy of being engaged adults. The Outstanding Youth Award honors youth leaders under the age of 21 who have demonstrated extraordinary commitment to the community through direct financial support, development of charitable programs, volunteering, and/or leadership. I am certain you will agree The recipient of this year's Outstanding Youth Award is a tremendous example of those principles. Please turn your attention to our screens.
The Girl Scout Gold Award is the highest, most prestigious award a girl can earn. Lauren earned her award by putting together a program at her school for students with special needs. This program was comprehensive. It allowed young people to join a Girl Scout troop, to have a dance, and to have many other high school experiences that they might not have gotten if Lauren hadn't put together her Girl Scout Gold Award project.
Lauren has always been overly involved at Sonora, and there's no other way to say it. She's involved in everything, and she enjoys being involved in everything.
Lauren, from freshman year on, knew that she was absolutely dedicated to her academics here and really helping the school community in whatever ways that she could.
Best Buds is a club on our campus that pairs our general ed students with our special needs students, and Lauren created a curriculum to go with each of our events. So not only were we meeting together and doing fun activities, but also instructing our special needs students.
She's identified the places where young people maybe haven't had the opportunities, and she's been the leader to make sure that students with special needs have a place.
She herself created, with our Best Buds Club, an annual carnival that we have, and Lauren planned all of it, from getting prizes donated to setting up game booths for the kids, getting a DJ to do music for dancing.
Lauren has a particular drive that comes from within.
Lauren was involved in the National Honor Society here at Sonora High School, in addition to her work with Best Buds, and she was a full International Baccalaureate diploma candidate.
That internal drive to make something for others, that's that piece of Lauren that sets her apart.
Lauren's a go-getter, she's brilliant, she's determined, she's passionate about everything she does. So she really was an inspiration for her fellow classmates in the classroom. Not only was she accomplishing at the highest levels there, she was finding time to help her community.
She has been an agent of change. She has learned to speak out for others who maybe haven't been able to use their voice. She's developed those skills to know how to take action to make the world a better place.
Lauren, super proud of you. Congratulations on winning this award. There is no one more deserving. The Sonora campus and all of the Best Buds team, thank you for everything that you've done. Well deserved.
Congratulations, Lauren. I'm so excited for you. This is so well deserved. You are an amazing young woman who will do wonderful things in life. I love you.
Lauren, on behalf of Girl Scouts of Orange County, congratulations. You truly exhibit what we believe is the Girl Scout mission. You have courage, confidence, and character, and you have already made the world a better place. And I know that the future is bright because you are in it, and you are going to continue to change the world.
Please help me welcome to the stage our Outstanding Youth honoree, Lauren Best.
Thank you so much to the Association of Fundraising Professionals for this very special award. I am awed and inspired by the generosity and dedication of my fellow honorees. There are so many people who have helped me, none more so than my mother, who has been with me every step of the way. She has always taught me to think outside of myself, to think of the needs of others and how I can address those needs. I am also grateful for my teachers and mentors at Sonora High School and the dedicated educators who work with Sonora students with special needs. For 4 years, they challenged me, encouraged me, trusted me, and helped me to accomplish my goals. I believe having the opportunity to be a Girl Scout for the last 14 years has been one of the greatest influences in my life. Not only did I camp, surf, and hike with my troop, I discovered how powerful a sisterhood of Girl Scouts can be, as we challenged ourselves to identify problems in our community and then work together to find sustainable solutions. With my Gold Award project, I was able to address the social isolation experienced by special needs students. and I realized that even as a young person, I have the ability to make my community a better place. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you.
Wait. As part of National Philanthropy Day, our AFP-OC members have made a tradition of giving $2,500 of their personal contributions through the AFP Foundation to a charity of our Outstanding Youth Honoree's choice. Lauren Best, our Outstanding Youth Honoree, has chosen 2 charities to receive the award. AFP Orange County is pleased to make donations of $1,250 to each of Lauren's chosen charities: Sonora High School Best Buds and Girl Scouts of Orange County. It is also our pleasure to present Lauren with a check for $1,000 from the AFP Orange County Scholarship Fund for her continuing development and education. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yay, Girl Scouts.
Yeah, congratulations, Lauren. It's my pleasure now to present the Outstanding Philanthropic Group Award. The Outstanding Philanthropic Group Award recognizes a volunteer group that has demonstrated extraordinary commitment to the community through direct involvement, financial support, and leadership. Please take a look at the screens.
The Orange County Bar Association Charitable Fund provides funding to over 20 local organizations, including Veterans Legal Institute, Public Law Center, Legal Aid Society of Orange County, Laura's House, Human Options, and multiple other organizations. They're not limited necessarily to legal aid organizations. They help a significant amount of women's and domestic violence shelters as well. Veterans Legal Institute was founded in 2014 with the idea that we wanted to provide military, culturally competent legal services to veterans and active service members that are low income, homeless, mentally ill, disabled, and basically at risk. And with the help of the Orange County Bar Association Charitable Fund, which was one of our original donors and gave us some seed money, we were able to help in our first year over 800 veterans.
The OCBA's Charitable Fund is essential to programs like the Veterans Legal Institute. Not many other states have a Veterans Legal Institute, and so veterans are paying out of pocket for expenses, whether it's mental health or physical health, and it's a barrier to their success. They're helping a specific group in the Orange County community and the California community that is vulnerable right now.
We first submit our application after a conversation with some members of the Charitable Fund. We let them know that we were interested in starting a military-specific legal aid in Orange County. And while a lot of people didn't see or understand the need of that, the Charitable Fund did. And it is because of their seed funding that I'm proud to announce that today we have served over 4,000 local homeless and low-income veterans in Southern California.
Without that, you'll see growth in veteran homelessness, growth in veteran suicide rates. So the OCBA's Charitable Fund helps save lives by donating to organizations like the Veterans Legal Institute. As a veteran, as a volunteer, as a beneficiary of the Veterans Legal Institute, I want to congratulate the OCBA Charitable Fund for your philanthropic award. So thank you for your support and congratulations again.
On behalf of Veterans Legal Institute and the thousands of veterans it serves, I want to congratulate the Orange County Bar Association Charitable Fund and its members for their tremendous work throughout Orange County.
Wow. That's great, helping out so many veterans. Please help me to welcome to the stage Michael Baroni as he accepts the Outstanding Philanthropic Group Award on behalf of the Orange County Bar Association Charitable Fund.
you so much, everyone. So I'm Michael Barony. I was last year's bar president, and I'm this year's president of its charitable fund. On behalf of the Orange County Bar Charitable Fund, we want to sincerely thank you for this incredible honor. It's extremely meaningful recognition for the bar and for all of our volunteers. We will shamelessly promote this as best we can through our 9,000 members and hopefully continue to inspire people and get them involved. The charitable fund raises money primarily through two events. One is a golf event and one is a wine tasting event. And if there are two things that lawyers love, right, it's golf and wine. So that helps us to kind of pull them in, right? First step of any fundraising is create fun events, right, that engage people. It's not always easy for us to tell people, you know, give us all your money, us lawyers, so that we can give it to charities and get all the credit. But, you know, you do that by inspiring people and making them feel part of a larger community and what's going on. And our bar is led by Trudy Lewandowski. I just want to please give her a round of applause. She's an outstanding individual. And Trudy and her staff, some of whom are with us tonight, do just a phenomenal job of engaging the Orange County legal community and making people feel that what they do really counts. At the wine gala this year, it was especially meaningful to us because we honored Laura's House, Human Options, Women's Transitional Living Centers, CHOC, and the Family Protection Clinic at Chapman University. And these are charities that focus on battered women, children, and victims of human trafficking. If you see me walking around with a little hand pin with a heart on it, that's a human trafficking pin. And that's the idea of what we're trying to do is give everyone, you know, a helping hand. This has a lot of emotional impact when you connect the attorneys with the specific charities that you're honoring and you make them see the personal impact, obviously. In the past 10 years, we've raised nearly $2 million and given it out to worthy charities. This last year at the gala, we raised over $50,000 more than we'd ever raised before, so that was a huge success. And we've given them, as you heard, to charities like Veterans Legal Institute, Constitutional Rights Foundation, Legal Aid, and Child Abuse Prevention Centers. And what we're really trying to do is help those in desperate need of legal protection and to sow the seeds of future leaders in the law. We've expanded the charities we supported. Several years ago it was just a few, now we're up to 15 to 20 or so. And we continue to build involvement and support of the legal community. There's a quote that always touched me, so I wanted to share it with you. It's Martin Luther King. He said, "The first question of the priest and the Levite asked was, 'If I stop to help this man, what will happen to me?' But the Good Samaritan reversed the question and said, 'If I do not stop to help this man, what will happen to him?'" And lawyers aren't always the most popular, but without us actively seeking to help others, right, people will absolutely suffer. I want to give big shout out, thank yous. First, Antoinette Balta, you're one of my favorite people in the world, and you're fierce and fabulous. God bless you for what you've done for Veterans Legal Institute and the Orange County Bar. Obviously, Trudy and the Orange County Bar staff. The lawyers may feel good about everything they do, but it's nothing without the entire infrastructure that Trudy and her staff brings to it. The Charitable Fund Board, we've got some members here with us tonight. God bless you all. Thank you for being here. All the honorees, I am extremely touched and inspired by all the stories here. I'm going to pick on Michelle Wolfstig a little bit because she runs the Southern California Hospice. She gave me a book last time I saw her, All We Have Is Today, which she wrote. I didn't even read it yet, but I just was perusing it and started to have wet eyes. And of course, I got people coming in my office right when I'm like wet in the eye. I'm supposed to be a tough New Yorker, Michelle. You know, you're hurting my rep here. But that book inspired me. If you can inspire me to tears in my office, you've inspired. I want to say God bless to everyone in this room, to the association. Thank Ronald Reagan for the legacy of Philanthropy Day, which brings us all together like this. God bless and thank you.
We love lawyers now.
They're doing good things.
They are, of course. Now, the Outstanding Small Business or Corporation Award recognizes a business with fewer than 50 employees that has demonstrated a consistent commitment to philanthropy through its involvement with one or more nonprofit organizations in Orange County. Outstanding businesses make a difference, not only by providing financial support, but by also being leaders in the community and by driving innovation that improves the quality of life for everyone living here in Orange County. Please watch the screens for our video.
There are many people for whom their business is simply an opportunity to make money. There are other people who see their business as an opportunity to make an impact. Shulman, Hodges, and Bastian has decided that they want to be a service to the community even while they make a living.
I think what really makes them unique is they're very community minded. They give to so many different organizations, and not just money, but time and support with their expertise. And it's rare to come across a company that really is that community focused.
I mean, it's really in their DNA. They start at the top with the 3 partners and the rest of the group. It trickles down through their entire organization.
Here at Lion's Heart, we're all about giving back and engaging teens in community service, and Shulman, Hodges, and Bastian is really the epitome of all of that.
Beyond being involved in financial support, they have lent one of their named partners, Jim Bastian, to serve here in a variety of ways.
Len Shulman has been on our board for many, many years, and he got really involved and got the rest of the team over there involved.
Jim Bastian is our board chair, and he supports us in making sure that we're aligned strategically and financially stable.
Jim has brought passion around our mission. He has brought leadership to our activities, and he has brought a focus on our fundraising goals, which is extraordinary for a volunteer.
It's just a part of their DNA and their general principles of giving and philanthropic life. And Orange County and the counties that they touch outside of us are much better because they have jumped into the philanthropic landscape.
They're doing well by doing good, and it's an aspiration to which all of us should seek to achieve.
On behalf of the Pediatric Cancer Research Foundation and our board of directors and the many, many cancer warriors and survivors we have, we just want to say thank you for your years of volunteering and financial support and commitment. Well done.
I want to congratulate and thank, on behalf of the entire Mission Hospital family and the community that we serve, Shulman, Hodges, and Bastian, for the extraordinary work they do, not only as a law firm, but as members of the community seeking to make Orange County a better place to live, work, and visit.
Congratulations, Shulman, Hodges, and Bastian, and thank you for all you do to make us all service-minded individuals and inspire us to give back.
Please welcome to the stage Jim Bastian, Len Shulman, and Ron Hodges to accept the Outstanding Small Business or Corporation Award on behalf of Shulman, Hodges, and Bastian.
Good afternoon. Everyone having a good time? We having a good time? Everybody awake out there? On behalf of my partners, Len Shulman, Ron Hodges, our attorneys, our paralegals, our staff, most importantly, our clients, I want to thank all of you for presenting us this honor, especially the AFP of Orange County. I also want to congratulate the people and organizations that are being honored here today. I want to give a special shout out to a good friend and mentor of mine, fellow honoree Joe Hanauer, who sits on the Mission Hospital Foundation board. Joe's a great guy and has been a real help to me over the last few years. In this day and age, you hear a lot about social responsibility as part of corporate culture, like it's a new thing. But for everybody in this room, for the AFP and the people being honored, it's just what we do. It's part of how we do business and how we conduct ourselves. And it's really nice to stop once in a while and remember how fortunate we are. We live in a great place. We're very blessed. And in this time where we have so much tragedy, especially the last 2 weeks, it's good to pause and reflect and remember how much good there is in the world, and that's a testament to what this day is all about. So thank all of you for what you do. I also want to take a moment to thank the organizations that have nominated us and we are very proud to support every day. Lion's Heart, founders Clay and Terry Corwin, their executive director Rebecca Tankersley. Mission Hospital Foundation, you heard from John Miller, who's our senior vice president and our director of major gifts and corporate relations, and my wife, Jennifer Bastian. The Pediatric Cancer Research Foundation, Executive Director Jerry Wilson. There's so many other organizations we've been blessed to be part of. whether it's schools, servicemen and women, first responders, and so many others. Serving those organizations and those people has been the greatest representation of the work that we do. Over 20 years ago, Len, Ron, and I set out to build a law firm that would not only do good work for our clients and produce results, but would also make a positive impact on our community. Our kids would ask us, what is it that you do for a living when they were younger, and trying to explain what a lawyer is, especially with all the jokes that are out there, is a little complicated. But we would always answer, we help people. We help people solve their really complex problems and reach their goals. And if you look in the program, you'll see that they asked me for a quote, and it was sort of a pretty simple sum up of what we do. The more we help people, the more people we can help. While we never set out for recognition, it's really appreciated, and we thank you so much. Thank you for being here today. It's a true honor, and can't say enough about this organization and recognizing all the great people that are here today. And one final thing on this weekend, go Bruins.
Is it my turn now?
It's your turn, Henry.
Okay. It's my turn. Once again, a round of applause, doing great work. Thank you so much, gentlemen. It's my pleasure to announce the Outstanding Volunteer Fundraiser Award. Now, the Outstanding Volunteer Fundraising Award honors a volunteer who has demonstrated exceptional leadership in coordinating and motivating others to accomplish a philanthropic project for the benefit of a charitable institution, and one who has devoted a substantial amount of personal time, energy, creativity to one or more organizations, and one who truly exemplifies the spirit of volunteerism at its best. More than 500,000 volunteer fundraisers assist nonprofits in Orange County every year. Please take a look at the screens.
I consider ourselves really fortunate to have Joe Hanauer a part of the Laguna Beach family.
His executive experience is absolutely essential to the functioning of a board of trustees.
He not only continues to give us great advice, great business wisdom, but he continues to introduce us to new people and broaden our supporters and contributors.
He's taken that business success into other organizations and helped them in many ways and encouraged other people along the way.
Joe has had a huge impact in Orange County and Laguna Beach. Besides being a devoted trustee of the Playhouse, he's involved with Laguna Live, which brings live music to Laguna Beach. He's involved in the healthcare sector. He's a trustee of Mission Hospital. He's been involved with the Boys and Girls Club and numerous other youth organizations.
I would describe Joe as an anchor in our community, hands down. He has been a supporter of wanting to see the arts and education and quality clinical medicine happen.
One extraordinary thing that Joe was able to do for the Playhouse was work with the city of Laguna Beach and obtain a $1 million grant. Joe single-handedly was able to craft that agreement with the city for not only Laguna Playhouse, but also Laguna Art Museum.
He's a real rare guy. Lots of wisdom, lots of heart, and tons of passion.
For well beyond 25 years, Mission Hospital has benefited from the gifts that Joe has brought in terms of leadership, vision, and seeing quality health care, arts, and education flourish here in South Orange County.
He's the person that I go to if I have a problem, and he will make that phone call. He will set up that conversation.
Joe has been a mentor for me over many years. He always makes himself available. In addition to a lot of great wisdom, Joe's got a huge heart.
Joe, congratulations. We're thrilled, and of course we're not surprised that you received the Outstanding Volunteer Fundraiser Award. Congratulations.
On behalf of the entire board, we all want to wish you a hearty congratulations for your National Philanthropy Day honor.
Congratulations, Joe, for winning this well-deserved award.
Joe, congratulations on this great honor. I can think of no one more deserving than you. Nicely done.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me recognize Joe Hanover as he accepts the Outstanding Volunteer Fundraiser Award.
Thank you so much, and for the people that took time out to participate in the video, I really appreciate it, and I look forward to thanking you personally. The honorees and myself have a real interesting challenge in terms of what kind of message to provide, because we have a room filled with people that obviously are deeply committed to philanthropy. So you don't need motivation, you're pumped, you just feel the dynamics in the room. You certainly don't need direction, you don't need education, you know how to do it, and you keep trying to help us do it right. So instead, to those people that are professional fundraisers, people involved in development, the people that wind us up, volunteers like me, you sort of set us out in the right direction. You hope we do the right thing. When we come back, whether we have or not, you heap praise on us. To you, we really appreciate it. We couldn't do it without you. You're the backbone of what happens in this community. Thank you. For my fellow volunteers and donors, both those I have the privilege of working with at the Laguna Playhouse, Mission Hospital, Laguna Beach Live, and other organizations, I thank you. I love working with you all. We've been able to do some great things together. Appreciate everything that you do for the organizations that we're jointly involved in. Without the work of the volunteers in this partnership, the volunteers and the professionals, our communities would simply be half of what they are today. The charitable organizations, the organizations, whether they be safety net or whether they be arts organizations, they are what make our communities as vibrant as they are. And for the people in the process that resulted in me receiving this recognition today, while I don't understand the how or who or why, a very big thank you to you as well. While unwarranted, it's very much appreciated, and I should add, I share this with my wife, Jane, who is chair of Planned Parenthood of Orange County and San Bernardino, and board member of Laguna Art Museum, is a role model. Janie, thank you, and certainly a personal inspiration. Jim Bastian earlier referred to the quote, one or two lines that each of my fellow honorees and I were asked to provide. And an interesting thing is that just about all of those quotes reflect on the fact that each honoree attributes their charitable work to their never-ending gratitude for the remarkably good fortune that they personally have had, whether it be financial, career success, or heartbreaking health crises that ended up working out okay that impacted them and their families. Each honoree expressed how their gratitude manifests itself. The reason they do what they do is because there's this constant awareness of how fortunate they are. And literally, as I read those, I looked at them yesterday evening and in trying to direct my remarks today, it brought to mind how much it contrasts with a quote that I heard that goes like this. When someone says, I won't commit right now, but I do plan on leaving it to the organization and I will, what they really mean is if I could live forever, I'd never give it away anyway. So you in this room are agents of change. You cause people to realize how deeply satisfying philanthropy and opening their hearts and their wallets can be, especially by doing it now instead of waiting. You do good by enlightening people to do good. And so again, thank you so very much both for the honor and for everything you do. Thank you.
Oh, Joe, I think we all know why. I think the why is very apparent. Congratulations. Well, before we go any further, we'd like you to watch the screens once again as we thank one of our longtime sponsors, PBS SoCal, and my employer.
Better not forget them.
PBS SoCal have united as one to bring you more of what you love. What does that mean? It means together we give you more access to the programs you love, your favorite PBS programs, and award-winning local KCET productions that address the cultural history of our region and the critical issues of our time. Shows that educate, shows that inspire, and shows that entertain, commercial-free on more than 7 channels and all the digital platforms you use most. Plus more community events and more educational resources to help SoCal children grow and thrive, all supported by a combined 125,000 members and counting. Together, we can and will do more to serve the growing and ever-evolving needs of the nation's most exciting region. Introducing a stronger public institution, bringing you more of what you love. To learn more, go to pbssocal.org/merger.
Very exciting for everyone. Congratulations and thank you to PBS SoCal. Well, our next award goes to the Outstanding Mid-Sized Business or Corporation.
And ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage Karen Inman. She is the president and COO of Antis Roofing and Waterproofing, a platinum level sponsor of today's event and winner of this award last year, 2017. She's here to present the award for Outstanding Mid-Size Business.
What a wonderful day of gratitude. The Outstanding Mid-Sized Business or Corporation Award recognizes a business with 50 to 499 employees that demonstrates an outstanding commitment to philanthropy through its financial support of one or more nonprofits, its leadership involvement, and the volunteer participation of its workforce, thus establishing a role model for other businesses in our community. Let's enjoy this video.
One of the most impressive things about all the folks at Service Champions is their culture of giving and philanthropy. And it really is bi-directional in that it starts at the top with Mr. Leland Smith and his wife, and it permeates all the way down through the organization at all levels and then right back up again.
We are very fortunate at Moms Orange County to interact with many companies and organizations in the community, but it is not often where an organization continues to reach out asking, what more can we do for you?
This is a family-owned business who makes it a point to be a part of the community in which they live and work and to give back to those who are less fortunate.
The corporate culture in this family-owned business has been about being a force for good. So every member of their organization is considered part of the fabric of the community where they live and work, and they're very motivated by doing good. They have really made a significant commitment to social responsibility and to community responsibility. And the relationship that they developed of their own accord with Moms Orange County, I think, typifies that.
I think what makes Service Champions stand out even more is the fact that they encourage their field workers to do nice things for their customers.
The good deeds is really what can engage all of their employees, and then the community gets to be the recipients.
When they reached out to us wanting to do one of their famous good deeds videos, they were really interested in selecting an organization who provided services for low-income pregnant women. In addition to bringing in the entire filming crew, they also brought barrels full of donated items along with a very generous financial contribution towards our services.
The relationship that we have with Service Champions has raised a significant amount of awareness in the community, makes us a talking point in homes and hopefully in other corporations, as well as helping others realize that a little bit of engagement can go a really long way.
And they've helped so many charitable causes here in Orange County. They really are a champion.
On behalf of the families we serve, congratulations to Service Champions Heating and Air Conditioning. We are so grateful for your partnership and to have you as part of our Moms Orange County family, and we are looking forward to continue our relationship in the future.
From all of us at Moms Orange County, we want to say to Service Champions how appreciative and grateful we are for everything that you do, and a huge congratulations.
To all of the Smith family, to all of the employees with Service Champions, thank you so much for your gift of giving, not only to Moms Orange County in particular, but all of Orange County. You truly are a remarkable organization and very deserving of this award.
Please welcome to the stage Leland Smith accepting the Midsize Outstanding Business Award.
Odd being up here with all these attorneys, and I'm just an air conditioning company, but let me tell you first, I'm very grateful and humbled to be up here, and I want to say a thank you to the moms of Orange County for nominating us. But I will tell you, when we started Service Champions, there was one philosophy that I knew that would bring us success. If we took really good care of our customers, employees, they would take great care of our customers. And if that happened, the company was going to be extremely successful. So very from the beginning, it was all about relationships, and now we're taking that into the community. We started what we call our Good Deeds for program back in 2009. One of our technicians was at an elderly home, and they had locked their dog into the bathroom, and they couldn't get the dog out. So our technician spent about 4 minutes getting the dog out, and a simple little thing like that really didn't seem like to be very much, but to the lady, she was so moved to tears, she just couldn't believe that we would do that. So James, the technician, came back to the office and shared his story to all the other techs. So they started thinking about, how can I do that for my customers? So it really started off with moving boxes and furnitures, setting up electronics, taking out trash cans, changing light bulbs, cleaning out gutters, and in fact, in one time, stopped a burglary in process. You name it, they're doing it. And after a while, doing these good deeds for free for our customers, it just became a culture. Now we work with Autism Speaks, Make-A-Wish, and a large group of charities on a more formal partnership. But what we do more are the one-offs. We ask our employees to look for people in situations that might need help that they know that we can help them. We help elementary school teachers by providing supplies. We work with the Operation Be Kind. We donate to the food for the homeless, and we do an enormous amount of things for our veterans. One of our longtime employees named Frank Spear, on his own decided 9 years ago that he wanted to provide 25 families with Thanksgiving dinners from his church. All he asked me was, could I get some of our techs to drive these dinners to the families? This year, this month, he will be providing 500 meals for over 3,800 people that need it. And that's totally on his own. But you know, it's not always a big thing. In fact, a lot of things happen to non-customers. One of our employees, Octavio, was in a Walmart, and he was in line to check out, and there was 4 kids screaming to their mother, "Mom, can we get a Happy Meal?" And she said, "No, son." No kids, actually. "We don't have the money for that. We can't afford that." Octavio got out of line, went over to the McDonald's, bought 4 Happy Meals, came back to 4 excited kids and one grateful mother. But the interesting thing, how I found out about it, a lady, not a customer, observed this activity and wanted to personally call me and tell me what type of great people that we have. And just last week, a guy named Angel, he plays in a band at night, and he loves playing the guitar, so he keeps his guitar with him in his truck. So when he has a break, he'll play his guitar. So one break, he went into a guitar store, and he walked in and saw this young teenager playing the guitar. And he asked him, "Why are you here playing the guitar?" He goes, "Well, I don't own one, so the only place I can ever play it is here." Angel went out to his truck, got his own guitar, brought it back in, and gave it to this kid and told him, here, this is a gift for you. And the only response the kid could say, this is not happening. He just couldn't believe it. It was in total shock. And that's the kind of people that we have. Our community giving is completely shaped by our employees. I really have not a lot to do with it. We just have phenomenal people. And I just have the lucky job of saying yes to people when they ask me to do things for the community. So on behalf of all the employees at Service Champions, not on me, for them, I accept this award for them. Thank you.
Congratulations, Leland. Thank you also for sharing those stories. We appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another special guest here. Please help me welcome to the stage Pete Weitzner. He's the editor of our presenting sponsor, the Orange County Business Journal. He will be here to present our Outstanding Large Corporation Award.
This is such a great event, second time for me. Sold out, the names, award winners, presenters. So the great President Reagan, our own Mr. Freeman, good on you guys, fantastic. If you could get Reagan to turn out, that would really be, but I think they could do it. So I now have the honor of introducing the Outstanding Large Corporation Award. And this award recognizes a business with more than 500 employees that has created a culture of philanthropy within the organization. The honoree demonstrates an outstanding commitment to philanthropy through its financial support of one or more nonprofit organizations and has strong leadership involvement and the volunteer participation of its workforce, establishing a role model for all the other Orange County businesses in our community to follow. So, please turn your attention to the screens.
Bank of America has been an amazing partner, not only to what they do with Orange County United Way, but what I see them doing throughout this whole community. They really are committed to lifting up everyone, and I love that.
Bank of America has been a 21-year supporter of the Wooden Floor, and they've been instrumental in ensuring that the Wooden Floor has had the resources to provide for our students and also leadership development for the Wooden Floors team in order to make sure that we have the impact that we do in our community.
Bank of America has been amazing in terms of their volunteer efforts.
Over 1,200 volunteers have provided thousands of service hours that have impacted our mission.
It starts at the top and they have a culture of getting engaged.
Bank of America is very civic-minded and has invested in our capacity building since the very beginnings of Second Harvest Food Bank.
Their people are actively engaged with us. Board members, so Shirley Quackenbush and now Alan's staff. Shirley actually was co-chair of the most successful breakfast we've ever had for the Women's Philanthropy Fund.
Since they've been a longtime partner with us, we've been able to talk to them about our growing needs to serve more children. They connected us with an affordable housing developer, and now we have 2 locations in Santa Ana, and we've grown to now serve 500 young people.
Bank of America's culture of philanthropy comes in so many different ways. From volunteerism, their student leader program, their neighborhood builders award, and their financial support. It's absolutely amazing.
We partnered with them, and Sherry Battle had the brilliant idea of developing Local, Global, and Me, a women's series that we do now annually in the community, where we bring together women from all walks of life to learn about how they get involved locally and globally, and all the while taking good care of themselves.
One of the ways that we're helping our students prepare themselves for success both in school and in life is really around financial literacy. We're excited to be working with Bank of America as they help our students navigate their financial futures.
Bank of America has this past year provided a very generous grant to start United to End Homelessness, so part of our backbone efforts. They not only provide funding to an organization, but they also help their people expand their leadership acumen. We can't do those kind of things without the generous support of Bank of America.
Thank you, Bank of America, for being a change agent at Second Harvest Food Bank. Because of you, over 250,000 individuals this month will sit down at dinner because of your support.
On behalf of the Wooden Floor and our students, congratulations and thank you for all that you do for our organization and our community.
From all of us at Orange County United Way, congratulations, Bank of America. You are an amazing partner, and we're so privileged to have you in our county.
To accept the Outstanding Large Corporation Award on behalf of Bank of America companies, please welcome to the stage Alan Staff.
Thank you, Pete. Thank all of you, and what an amazing video, actually very humbling video, and this award is terrific. And on behalf of my 5,000 teammates here in Orange County who work here, live here, who care about Orange County, I'm very glad to accept this honor. We're in the large corporation category, but our job is really to do everything we can to deliver all of the things of a big company and deliver it locally. Orange County is my home. I grew up here. We care about Orange County. We want to invest in the future. You heard about the culture of giving. I'm very proud to work for a company that does care about the communities in which we do business. We want to volunteer our time, our expertise. You heard about some of the partnerships that we have. I can't thank those who nominated us enough. We really, truly appreciate all that we do together. We work hard with our teammates to make sure that we can deliver the financial expertise back to the community through our Better Money Habits program. We want to make sure that we have a strong, sustainable community that can last forever here in Orange County. We want to make sure that our teammates have a sense of caring and volunteering. We provide them 2 hours per week of paid time off to volunteer. I'm very proud to say that we'll give back 50,000 hours this year in Orange County alone. The time, the money, the effort, the expertise that we give back to the county is so important. It's an investment. It's an investment in the future. It's an investment in all of you. And I got to tell you, it is very humbling to be in a group of award recipients like we have here today. Love the stories, love the passion, and I love the authenticity, and it really makes me proud to be here in Orange County. It makes me proud to work for Bank of America. Thank you all very much. Thank you.
Congratulations, Alan, and thank you, Pete. Well, we at PBS SoCal are so honored to be among such a wonderful group of philanthropists today, and we champion your incredible work. And as you learned about a little bit earlier in our video, we are delighted to be part of a wonderful new organization. PBS SoCal is now part of Public Media Group of Southern California, which was formed earlier this year with the merger of KCET and PBS SoCal. We are an institution that relies on community support to advance our important mission to tell stories that matter, so we are really grateful to be a part of this remarkable event. Thank you so much. And now I am extremely happy to be able to introduce the Outstanding Founder Award, which recognizes an individual for his or her achievement, leadership, and vision in establishing a successful nonprofit organization dedicated to providing important charitable services to the community. Please, let's take a look at the screens.
We deal with death and dying. It's a very hard subject matter. And so I think it makes it easy for people to walk away from this cause, to walk away from this challenge. And Michelle, like no other person I've ever seen, draws people in, and she really brings a sense of hope and healing at the end of life.
And it's amazing because there are so few people that want to take that on.
When you think of Michelle, you think of passion. You think of someone who has sole determination to achieve almost anything. At such a young age, it's incredible to be around her.
She is so inspirational. She gives the patients and their families so much respect dignity.
The first time I met Michelle was in January of 2008. Her husband was in a panic, saying that his wife was having a stroke.
I think her own challenges with childhood illness, her own challenges as an adult of having a stroke and being in a coma and then being completely dependent on the care of others has given her, I think, a focus and a drive.
I think when people experience anything like what Michelle experienced, afterwards they survive. She's in a thrive mode. She just accelerated with the afterburners, and she's making the most of every day, and she's encouraging the patients to feel the same way.
She's probably one of the very few people in the world that can say, I know firsthand what you're going through and what this transition is.
She doesn't know that some things can't be done. And so anytime you ask her to do something that's seemingly impossible, she'll just do it.
Michelle has a way of making it very hard to say no to her. I've seen it all the way through in terms of the celebrities who can't say no.
And so Orange County needs a hospice house. And Michelle has made it her mission that that's what we're going to do. And I don't think I would have ever dreamed that that was possible before Michelle decided that it was.
And I believe that the Heavenly Home is really Michelle's home, to give these people dignity and a warm place to call their final home.
It has been amazing for me to hear everything that she has accomplished. And all of those accomplishments are for other people. And it's truly inspirational for me.
Michelle, I'm so proud and excited for you. There's no one more deserving or should be more recognized than you.
Michelle, you're an amazing person, and there is nobody that is more deserving of this award, and I want to congratulate you for everything that you've accomplished.
Michelle, this is a very special award and a special day for you, and you so deserve it. All of us at HKA are very happy for you.
Michelle, on behalf of the entire Southern California Hospice Foundation family, we could not be more proud of you. We could not think of someone more deserving, and we could not be more hopeful about what is yet to come from your extraordinary leadership and contribution to the care of our hospice patients and their families.
The warmth and beauty that emanates from this woman is incomparable. Please welcome to the stage, Michelle Wolfesteig.
I am so honored to be standing here today before you, and I so appreciate this recognition. I would like to sincerely thank AFP for creating this truly incredible event. I know how hard it is to plan something like this, and they've done a great job. There are many people who I share this award with: our board of directors, our hospice advisory council, our donors, and our volunteers, all who have worked alongside of me to serve those facing the end of life. They are the bedrock upon which SoCal Hospice Foundation was built, and this award truly belongs to them. I believe that all life experiences point us in the direction of our divine destiny. I was 11 years old when I had my first stroke due to an inoperable lesion in my brain. It was a defining moment in my life. I became disabled, and as a child, I just couldn't understand why this was happening to me. Then, after several radiation treatments, I was told that there were no further treatment options and that I likely wouldn't live past the age of 30. So at the tender age of 14, my life suddenly became about quality, not quantity, and I desperately began searching for my life's purpose. I found it when I began my career in hospice at the age of 21. 4 short years later, I had my second massive stroke. I was in a coma for 8 days, and the prognosis was grim. If I did survive, I wasn't expected to be able to talk, walk, or see. But God is so good, and remarkably, the doctors removed the inoperable lesion, and now I have a normal life expectancy. Woo! So clearly, I have more work left to do. And with that vision and with that determination, I work to develop the Southern California Hospice Foundation in order to fill the gaps of needs that are not covered by medical insurances. We work with terminally ill children and adults during their darkest hours, giving them a reason to smile again. For those who are struggling financially, food is provided and overdue bills are paid. Homeless patients are clothed and treated with dignity. Veterans are honored and given a final salute. Families are reunited to say their goodbyes. Children and adults alike are granted their last wish. And grieving families gain support from our frequent bereavement workshops. All of these efforts contribute to our ultimate goal of enhancing the quality of life for the terminally ill. Yet even with all that we do, there is still a desperate need to create a place where hospice can be provided for those who have nowhere else to go. Currently, there are only 3 nonprofit community homes for the dying statewide, none in Orange County. But we are working to change that through the Heavenly Home Project, a capital campaign that we launched last year to create a loving home for the last stage, a place that will be funded entirely by philanthropic dollars, a place where not a single person will be turned away due to lack of funds, a place where dignity and compassion reigns. There are so many opportunities to serve, and I invite you to join me. Whether you give of your time, your talent, or your treasure, you will make a profound difference and your life will be changed for the better. I guarantee it. Thank you again for this award.
Wow.
I swore I wasn't going to cry today.
Oh, yeah. Well,
That's all gone now.
what a emotional story.
And beautiful.
And we're thankful for Michelle for all that she's doing, and we're thankful that she's living a healthy, happy life and giving so much back. So thank you, Michelle, and congratulations. Yes, thank you. One more time. So now it's our pleasure to introduce, royalty, so to speak, right? Doug Freeman. We get to introduce Doug Freeman. He's going to come up here and present the Outstanding Philanthropist Award. And I'm not sure that Doug needs an introduction. We're all definitely aware of what Doug has done, but we're going to give him that honor anyway. Doug's here to present the Outstanding Philanthropist Award. Doug is the executive chair and CEO of Orange County Music and Dance, a nonprofit community music school in Irvine. He comes to this role after a long career. He's been a lawyer, a businessman, civic leader, and a philanthropist. He's done so many great things, changed so many lives. He served in a variety of capacities within the nonprofit field, including board chair of the Pacific Symphony, where he is now a lifetime trustee and a board member. He's now a trustee emeritus at the California Institute of the Arts. He was also board chair of the UCI Foundation from 2005 to 2008 and founding board chair of the Literacy Project. He is currently the chair and president of the Hoag Foundation and the Ernst and Irma Rose Foundation.
Indeed, and he is no stranger to awards himself. He's received a number of them, including being listed by the Orange County Business Journal on its inaugural 500 Most Influential People in Orange County. In 2006, he received the University of California Irvine UCI Medal, and in 2015, he received the Orange County Boy Scouts of America Men of Character Award. Doug is the founder, as we all very clearly know, of National Philanthropy Day, proclaimed by Congress, signed by President Ronald Reagan in 1986, and celebrated throughout the entire United States. Please join me in welcoming the remarkable Doug Freeman.
My mother would not believe any of that, just so you know. So I was asked to spend a couple of minutes and give you a little anecdotal story about National Philanthropy Day, and I'm really happy to do that. You see, you're under the misapprehension that this began in 1986, but I got to tell you the true story. It actually began in Orange County in 1981. And here's the backdrop story. So in 1981, in February, and don't laugh when I tell you I was in Minneapolis in February of 1981, giving a talk at a very prominent museum, the Walker Museum of Art there, and I was in front of 200 of the most prominent, most generous group of men and women, perhaps anywhere on the planet. Minnesota and Minneapolis in particular, very generous community. And I found myself saying thank you many times to them for raising the bar, for all of us raising the bar. On my way home from that experience, I wrote a letter I was just compelled because I realized we didn't say thank you enough to the men and women and children who have made our community so amazing. And so I wrote a letter to, you can't leave me on an airplane too long because I get dangerous when I have too much time to think. So I wrote a letter to Ed Meese, who had at that point just been appointed as the Chief of Staff for Ronald Reagan. Now, I didn't know Ed Meese, but I knew a guy who knew a guy, and I could get it to Ed Meese. And so I write this letter. I think it's a great idea. We should have a day to celebrate American philanthropy, and we've changed the world, much less our own communities. So I write that letter, it goes off, and this is in February. I didn't hear anything. I know that surprises you. I didn't get an immediate letter back from the White House saying, great idea, it'll be starting on Friday. In fact, I didn't hear anything until May of that year, 1981. I was chairing a program on philanthropy at what was then the John Wayne Tennis Center and Club Alpha Jamboree. It was a 2-day program on philanthropy in Orange County, and we had there some of the great leaders of our community, philanthropic leaders and community leaders. And I had invited Lynn Nofziger, who was at that point the political advisor to newly elected Ronald Reagan. And he came, he spoke, and he stayed the entire first day, which is extraordinary in my mind. And at the end of that, I took him to the airport, and on the way to the airport, he says to me, gee, Doug, this is really a very interesting day, very impressive people, and I was just so happy to be part of it. If there's anything I can do, he never finished the sentence. If there's anything I can do to help you. I said, funny you asked, here's the letter I wrote to Ed Meese. So he looked at the letter, he says, oh, Ed Meese doesn't ever respond. Don't worry about that. Let me talk to him, he says. And literally a week later, like on a Thursday, I get this phone call from the White House. Can you be in the White House on Monday? Oh yeah, I got nothing to do. Monday, yeah, sure, I'll be in the White House. Who am I meeting in the White House? So I go to the White House, and there I get a chance. Nofziger is there. I said hello to the president. I was put into an office with a gentleman by the name of Jim Coyne. Jim Coyne was a former congressman who had been appointed by the president to run an office that he had just created, the president had just created, called the Office of Private Sector Initiatives. And I told the story. He asked me why. I told him why. I thought it was a great idea. He said, you got to understand something. We at the White House don't do anything. We just urge everybody to do something. So we have no power. He says, tell you what you do. You get Congress to approve a bill, and I'll get the president to sign it. Right? I said, I get Congress to approve the bill? I get to do that. So fast forward 4 years. 4 years, 40 trips to Washington, 4,000 letters, a board of 45 people from the leadership of some of the greatest organizations, including the President of the American Bar Association, by the way, as long as we're going to pick on lawyers. President of the American Bar Association joined that board, head of the Red Cross, head of the Girl Scouts, head of the Boy Scouts, you name it, they were all there. And lobbyists in 50 states, because you had to get every senator and congressman to either agree or not to disagree But all of that, so that was 5 years, and in 1986 is when the president signed it. But all of that began in Orange County. So when you think about it, it was Orange County's event with the men and women, many of whom are still in this room, some of us not quite as vertical as we used to be. Those men and women, those individuals, our colleagues who have created these amazing community organizations, so impressed this one political leader, Lynn Nofziger, that the ball was rolling and inevitably ended in this day today. So when anybody says to you, yeah, it began in 1986, you say, yeah, but in Orange County, that was 1981, baby. It is my great privilege to have the responsibility and opportunity to recognize and present to you the Outstanding Philanthropist Award recipients. This award recognizes an outstanding individual, family, or family foundation with a proven record of exceptional generosity and public service, and who has demonstrated charitable responsibility and generosity that inspires others to philanthropic action. I know sitting in the audience over the last 33 years in these meetings, in these events, I leave here inspired every time, and usually it's by a 12-year-old. Today we had a much older young lady who was on her way to college. Those individuals lifted my spirit in a way that only that kind of generosity could possibly do. So this award, the Outstanding Philanthropist of the Year, is sort of a symbolic award to that individual, or in our case, that couple. Please view the video.
When I think of Charlie and Ling, I think of people that give from their heart. It's never about having their name on something. It's always about what people need and making life better.
They're the last people to bring attention to what they have been doing. In fact, for many years, they've been making gifts in this community and no one knew who Charlie and Ling were.
When Charlie and Ling give, it's from their hearts. It's because they believe in something with all of their hearts.
The last 5 years of Pacific Symphony, no couple has had a greater impact on the institution than the two of them.
To have that kind of mindset, to be able to go ahead and share not just their time, their wealth, their knowledge, that is very rare in the Asian community.
They don't wait for people to ask. They identify needs, they see opportunities, and they just make things happen.
Charlie arrived here as a really relatively young man. He was 22, 23 years old, with $20 in his pocket and a clarinet. All he really wanted to do was become a professional musician. Fortunately, he damaged his hand and he was unable to pursue his studies and went to work in a Chinese restaurant. And he ended up buying a restaurant. And then he bought another one. And then he bought another one. And pretty soon he had 100 of these called pickup sticks.
It is a beautiful American story. First-generation immigrants coming to this country with very little and building something great and then giving it back.
Charlie and Ling decided that the Pacific Symphony needed a home, and they acquired a building where we could live as an organization.
When he decided to help create a brand new nonprofit community music school, he came out in the open. This was the real secret sauce that Charlie provided us. He wanted the finest performing arts school without the impediment to any child because of their economic limitations. He has just been an extraordinary angel for not just the Pacific Symphony, but for the culture of Orange County.
Charlie and Ling, I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for the Pacific Symphony, for the children of our community who aspire to great musical lives. You are extraordinarily generous people, dear friends, And I'm so proud that you're being honored in this great way.
We congratulate you with all of our hearts, and we're so proud of you. Thank you.
Charlie and Ling, congratulations on receiving this incredible award of Outstanding Philanthropist of the Year.
Congratulations, Charlie and Ling, for being named Philanthropist of the Year for 2018.
Charlie and Ling, on behalf of the 400 or 500 students that we are serving today and more than 1,000 that we'll be serving in coming years, thank you for all that you have done. Your generosity has changed lives now and forever. God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you the Philanthropists of the Year, Ling and Charlie Zhang.
Thank you so much from our bottom of our heart. We are so honored and humble to standing here today to receive this beautiful award. It's God's grace and your encouragement that raised us up. We are coming here 40 years ago, literally nothing. But this great country, the great land, never ever gave up us. Your encouragement, mentoring us, coaching us, let us advance. It's our turn to give back to the community, give the people, give to all the great land we love.
Yes, I believe, and Charlie and I believe, actually this award, this recognition, is belong to the room, everybody here. You all deserve this one. We can so appreciate. A few years ago, we met one of the lady, and she tell us a story how their family came to this country and how they appreciate the opportunity they can be able to be having a better life in this country. And on, she kept telling me, now we need to give back. And this is the really good, learning for us. And Charlie and I, we do little, we just do little. But we didn't know there's so much impact because that little things you do and we do. So we appreciate. And this lady, actually she's with us. It's Lu Sting. She is 90 years old. And she's still involving 5 or 6 different board members and to helping and to running around, to driving. And we were sometimes so worried about her. She driving 10 o'clock in the evening still, for all the events, and then she prepared. It's really inspires us, and it really is our role model. So this, because of so many, this kind of role model, it encourages us and to really, let us have a kind of path to go on.
Many of you, to show the good pattern we want to follow. We want to thank you. This is a great country. Give everyone a hope and dream. We are so blessed to be here in the land of opportunity. Let us united together as one to achieve our dream. Let a dream become reality. May God bless you and your family.
Thank you.
God bless America, land I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountain to the prairie to the ocean, where was the fall? God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
That's going to be hard to top, huh?
Oh.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Wow.
Wow. All right.
Didn't expect that, but that was beautiful.
Thank you,
so
Charlie.
much. Yeah.
Now I am so delighted to bring back James and Suzanne Miller, honored as Outstanding Philanthropists for 2017, and this year's honorary chairs to present the Legacy Award.
First of all, let me congratulate all of the recipients today. You're all outstanding folks. And I'd also like to thank Doug Freeman for coming back and starting this whole activity so many years ago. The Legacy Award recognizes an outstanding individual, family, or family foundation with a history of exceptional financial generosity and volunteer leadership. Also, someone or family whose philanthropic footprint in the community over time has been extraordinary. The Legacy Award recipient would collectively and individually represent a memorial and lasting philanthropic ideal. Now, please turn your attention to the screens for a brief video.
I believe the Ubaroth Family Foundation is one of the quintessential family foundations in our county. They really take a strategic approach and also a compassionate approach to their philanthropy.
They're involved in Orange County everywhere from homeless services to education to healthcare with their activities at Hogue. They seem to be everywhere.
The Ubaroth Family Foundation has made such a difference in our community. Their commitment to community, their commitment to underserved communities in particular, and their commitment to girls and youth has been undying.
The Ubaroth family has supported Second Harvest Food Bank for many, many years, for over 20 to be exact. They've come forward and helped us build our capacity. They've helped us introduce new programs.
Our partnership with the Ubaroth Family Foundation spans over 20 years. They've given us over $1 million in support of our educational programs to support girls to live healthy, educated lives.
The Wooden Floor is honored to have the Ubaroth Family Foundation as a critical partner since 1996, when we were in our 4th Street location serving 100 students. Today, we are now serving 500 students in 2 locations, and the Ubaroth Family Foundation was instrumental in that growth.
They have provided to Orange County nonprofits the ability to serve and to meet our mission goals.
When I think about the Ubaroth Family Foundation, immediately I think about a partnership. It's a partnership and a relationship.
They want to get to know the critical work that we're doing in our community. They want to get to know what our needs are. They want to grow with our organization.
They supported our capital campaign when we moved into our new building. This was instrumental and us moving forward our capacity to feed more individuals here in Orange County.
They are able to see a need and to be able to contribute to the solution.
And for many years to come, we will see the benefit of what the Ubroth Family Foundation has made in our community.
On behalf of Families Forward, Ginny, Pete, Vicki, thank you. Well done.
Thank you so much on behalf of the Wooden Floor and our students. We are so grateful for all that you do for us and our community.
Thank you, Ubroth family, for making Orange County a stronger community. Your partnership means the world to Second Harvest.
It's my pleasure to congratulate the Ubroth Family Foundation for this Legacy Award, which is so well deserved. Thank you so much for your support for so many years.
Ladies and gentlemen, here to accept this year's Legacy Award are Peter and Jenny Ubroth and Vicki Booth. Please welcome them.
Well, thank you all very much. I must tell you that we're totally overwhelmed. Very unexpected for us, but we are just so happy that we are invited to this event and receiving this award. But one of the things, my husband and I started our foundation in 1984, and we did it. We were just getting on our feet in a pretty nice way at that time, and we really wanted to have a chance to help those that had not been as fortunate as we were. And then as we were living in New York at the time, as we moved back out here, and then our daughter Vicki got involved. And one of the things we really are so impressed with is the job that all of you and your organizations are doing in our community. So for us, it's really a joy that we can help support you and keep that good work going. And I'd now like to have Vicki.
Well, I agree with overwhelming, and following the zangs and the singing, being last is not a good thing, I'm just saying. But this is a unique and special opportunity. It's not often that I get to stand in front of such a large and scary room, but with my parents, and to get to say thank you to them. I am blessed and had an idyllic childhood. And my parents taught us about kindness and caring, and they showed it. They were role models in it their whole lives. They really were practicing philanthropy before they knew what the word meant. Examples were my dad would come home from work with an employee and his family because they had had a house fire, and they were going to be staying with us for a while. And my dad, if anyone knows him well, they know he's a lover of dogs, and we had quite a few. And every time he would take one to the vet, he'd come home with another one that had been abused, and he always. And my mom, who I so admire and is so strong and my biggest mentor, she had cancer at 36 years old in 1976 with 4 children. And as soon as she got out of the hospital, she went right back to volunteer at Reach for Recovery to sit down with other women who were going through the same cancer and to help them through it. And so she stands here as a 42-year cancer survivor. I've just been so fortunate to learn and work alongside my mom for years. But really, our work doesn't mean anything or make any difference if it's not all of you and our partners. And we do see it as a partnership. And I want to start by thanking AFP for this incredible award, and we are humbled. We've heard that word a lot today, but it's very true. And to our eight nonprofits that nominated us for today, so I can actually blame you for my shaky knees right now. Thank you very much for that. Some of you, we saw some of them on the video, but not everyone was mentioned. So I just want to say our 8 advocates today: Second Harvest, Families Forward, Wooden Floor, Girls Inc., Sage Hill School, El Sol, CASA, and Think Together. Thank you for considering us for this great honor. Anything to add, Dad? He said, he's been to so many events and spoken so many times, he said, we're last, people want to get out and continue their day, so we're going to be very brief. But just in closing, oh, I can't help, I have to because I can. Just call out my family, my husband, my 3 children. Will you just stand up and wave to everybody? Our biggest supporters, and this is a family affair, and so generations will continue. And also, Rob Dudley and Paul Heeshin, just wave. They help us with investing, and Paul is our first outside board member, and so blessings to you for dealing with us in the future. And philanthropy, it really is a collaboration, and it's a partnership between the organizations that have the expertise and people like us who have an interest in supporting those causes. It's people coming together around shared values. We are fortunate to partner with over 70 outstanding local nonprofits, and we share this award with you. Thank you. Nothing?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage Jane Hansen and Jeannie Flint.
Henry and Maria, would you please rejoin us at the podium?
Are we in trouble? Absolutely.
Not at all. I'd like to thank you, Maria Hall Brown and Henry DiCarlo, for serving as our mistress and master of ceremonies. Maria, you always bring such grace to these awards. And Henry, thank you for your professionalism in serving as our master of ceremonies. We appreciate you both for your passion and your commitment to philanthropy in our Orange County community. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a robust round of applause for Maria and Henry.
We'd like to thank once again the exceptional individuals and organizations that we've honored today. We extend both our deepest appreciation and our, I was going to say endearing, but it's enduring, but I guess it's both, respect for the many contributions you've made to enrich our lives and the communities we live in.
Please check your Orange County Register Sunday, November 18th, for a recognition ad honoring our sponsors and all of our National Philanthropy Day honorees. And also, copies of the Orange County Business Journal publication, OC Philanthropy, will be handed to you at the door today. Now please hold your applause as we recognize one more time our special guests. Our founder, Doug Freeman, honorary chairs, James and Suzanne Meller, and our 2018 outstanding honorees, Lauren Best, the Orange County Bar Association Charitable Fund. Okay, go ahead and applaud. Schulman, Hodges, and Bastian, Joe Hanauer, Service Champions, Heating and Air Conditioning, Bank of America, Michelle Wolfestig, Charles and Ling Zhang. I loved singing with you today. Thank you for that. And the Uberoth Family Foundation, a true family of philanthropists.
Now, I have the most important thing. I have to tell you before we wrap up, we're gonna get to the centerpieces in a minute. We're gonna award those centerpieces, so this is like the drama part of it. I have the pleasure of telling you a little bit about what today is. It coincides with Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Week. In the past year or so, the issue of homelessness in Orange County has dominated our local news and made national headlines. Many of you here today are working on the front lines, either providing direct service to the most vulnerable in our community or helping raise awareness about this issue.
Earlier this year, a group of community, business, philanthropic, nonprofit, and governmental leaders joined forces to launch the United to End Homeless initiative. Spearheaded by Orange County United Way, this coalition is demonstrating the power of philanthropy to solve our community's most pressing issues through collective impact. With the United Way, those involved with United to End Homelessness, and everybody here working tirelessly to help our neighbors who may go to sleep tonight without a roof over their heads, please stand and be recognized for your tremendous actions.
Okay, it's the moment you've been waiting for. Turn your program over. If there's a yellow dot, oh, I'm gonna hear some cheers. You get to take the centerpiece home with our compliments.
There's a lot of excitement out there. We hope that you've been inspired by the stories and tributes that you've heard today, and we hope you will all submit nominations next spring for the individuals and organizations that you'd like to recognize as honorees at next year's National Philanthropy Day. We thank you for joining us, and we wish you all happy holidays.